All low to mid-stakes players, it's time to light the torch. From March 16th to 25th, 888poker presents the Championship Games, an exciting series where you can qualify for free every single day. And don't miss the $100,000 main event with a buy-in of only $25. Register today and take your place at the top of the podium. 888poker, made to play.
9 for Mammon in the window. Ace on the turn.
Spade, anyone?
But spade's
Spade for the
available.
double redraw. That's a very good flop for the ace-6 of diamonds.
Well, I'll tell you what, Deravianko has also got a flush draw here.
This is why we got the dealer change. Look at this. Something for everyone.
I mean, not just something, like pretty chunky something for everybody here.
Everyone's excited, aren't they?
Yeah, Piras is like, okay, I mean, if you'd have offered me that, I'd have taken it. Bosco can't believe his luck, and Deravianko's like, well, I was in the big blind, so a flush draw.
Yeah, but I'm rooting for chaos.
Yeah, but this is rather chaotic
Saturday
as it
night,
stands.
Nick. I need violence.
Let's not use it all at once. But let's see what the turn brings. There are a lot of interesting turns that Piras will not like that the other two would enjoy more. Oh dear, that is the card in the deck. The card.
That's absolutely sick.
It's the Queen of Diamonds.
Get this dealer a raise. Let's face it, pretty horrible beat. Flush over flush in Hold'em is always a horrible beat.
This is such a sick spot. Oh, Piras needs to slow down here. Okay, there are two players in this hand, both of which could easily have flushes.
But can you imagine being Bosco? Just sit. This never happens, right? You're sitting there, you go, oh my god, I hit my flush. That's awesome. That never happens. And then the first player bets, and then the second player calls. You're like, this never happened.
Great composure from Bosco just to call here. I wouldn't have blamed him for raising because I think Deravianko has a flush a lot in this spot, and you don't want to necessarily see the river kill your action.
Such a bad card for Bosco.
As the 5 of diamonds does. Bosco did the right thing by calling, but as we know, if he had raised the turn, Deravianko probably would have lost his whole stack. Now both players will check, and Bosco has to choose a price that will get paid by what he can only assume is probably some sort of ace and a 10 high flush-ish.
6,000.
I mean, honestly, that's
like,
I wouldn't even mind it.
Maybe like 30,000 or something.
As long as you don't shove. Something very... No, I don't like this.
No, relax.
You need to get called. You have to remember, you need to get called.
Relax. His other problem is that his hand is kind of sort of crazy for face up.
Deravianko doesn't know it, and he's fairly annoyed, but he doesn't know that his tournament's just been saved.
Well, not yet, it hasn't. I keep warning you about this. Okay, now it has.
Don't worry, Nick. I'm okay with this. If Piras calls here, I don't really...
He's not going to call, he's just sad. What? This is the number one thing you see in live poker, which is sadness.
Nick. Stop predicting things.
He's sad.
He is very sad. He's not as sad as...
It's like, I had two pair. I had two pair, I remember it. It was just moments ago. I'm sad. Look at him, sad.
Well, he still does have two pair.
Yeah, but it's a sad two pair. It's a sad two pair of tears. Told you, it's sadness.
Yeah. Big blind now is Stevic with jacks.
Oh, look out. Strap yourselves in. I told you, it's a new table. It's a new dawn for this stream. Action wall-to-wall for the next 3 hours. That's what we're going to get.
I strapped myself in when I sat down, so...
All in a cool classic race, except for our odds on screen take account of folded cards, so we know that Stevic is a significant favourite here, but the players don't. It's 50-50. Deravianko needs to win this. He's the all-in player.
Ace Queen.
This is the pause for dramatic effect. You're not supposed to be talking. Boom!
Ooh.
Jack on the flop.
There's no club in Deravianko. Oh, the stand-up.
Stand-up, yeah. Now, he should have done it slightly earlier, but he has done it. He needs to put his coat on quickly, I think, here, for it to work. It's probably not going to work now. I don't know what I'd do. Sit down, fall down, or just leave. Unlucky Deravianko. He basically got smashed him out by the deck there. Flush over flush is hard to survive. And then loses a big flip.
And Bosco on the button picks up jacks. Cresting that $500,000 mark.
Yeah, I didn't realise he was over $500,000. That's pretty sweet. Whatever that is.
Ooh. Waris wakes up in the big blind with aces.
Wowris, more like.
Here comes 3-bet. If you are Bosco, I mean, now we will lose Piras. If you are Bosco, the alarm bells will be ringing because out of the big blind.
So talk us through what you do, though. So your alarm bells are ringing.
Yeah.
But you've got pocket jacks. It doesn't look like you've got pocket jacks. You could have anything. You just isolated a limper.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking about how to play this?
Well, we call in position and hate our lives and continue with extreme caution. specifically from the big blind. We got an all-in from Bosco. And a hold.
He'd quite like it to hold.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind holding. Only spades working for Bosco.
Let's see if it holds. Huge pot. Clean flop.
Yeah, hearts covered by Warris as well, so only a jack, which there are 2 remaining of.
This is the biggest pot we've seen on stream, Nick. Nearly $500,000.
Yeah, 477,000 in there. Big moment for both these players. Warris on the line. Turn card. Oh!
Oh, that's gross.
The jack of clubs is a dagger to Warris, and now only 1 remaining ace would save him from elimination.
Absolutely brutal stuff.
Bosco.
Pain in the chat, pain on the table. Warris has done the full bottle, bag and coat manoeuvre.
Hammer blow for Warris as the 5 of spades sees the end, and he is not happy.
And Padel's lucky that he has missed ace king.
Okay, the new. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Glasgow. Good morning. Good afternoon.
It's not staying on all day. As soon as this camera comes off, it is coming off, just to let everyone know. So
Not only did we get a little gift from Mel Simpson, who sat up there playing, she's fetched us in a bag full of pies. And there's doner meat and chilli in there for everybody, and there's Scotch pies galore. And we're going to have to ask the chef to warm them up properly for us, because apparently you're not allowed to put them in the microwave to warm them up.
Okay.
They have to be in an oven. So we'll have to that. But she also gave us the gift of, well, what can you say?
it's coming up. I'm telling you, it's only a treat for the early viewers, because as soon as we get to the table, this is coming straight off. I'm just letting everyone know now. He's asked to keep his on all day. Tower's asked if he can wear it all day.
And yours looks pretty good, right? You've got thicker hair than me down the sides.
Look after it more.
Welcome to Glasgow on day 1, 2. Welcome along to Glasgow. We'll get you the chip counts from last night very shortly. But we're in for this. Even Swanee's here. He's turned up as Elvis. So Swanee's turned up as he had his 65th birthday party the other week, dressed as Elvis. He did a full set. He did a full 20-minute set as Elvis Presley, singing all the songs in the old one piece.
I think I saw a bit. Yeah, I think I saw a bit of it.
So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Glasgow. It's 888 Poker Live. Do you know when we get invited to Barcelona?
Yep.
What do we wear then? Anything.
Anything.
Anything the
Shorts
same.
and a t-shirt. Barcelona weather.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, so yes, we'll keep these on for as long as possible.
Tower will keep his on. Mine is coming off as soon as we get to the table.
Welcome to day 1D. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks, Mel. But thanks for the delivery of Scotch pies, because they are phenomenal. And they're all down here ready to be put in the oven a little bit later on. So thanks very much. This is Glasgow, day 1D. We've got a turbo tonight. There's a turbo tomorrow before we start day 2. We're streaming the days like that. We've got 12:30 today all the way through. I think we finished about 10:30 tonight, don't we?
Yeah, about 11 I think with the delay. It was 10:30 yesterday live, wasn't it? So we got the delay, so probably about 11.
30-minute delay. We're on a 30-minute delay today, tomorrow and Sunday. As you can see there, tomorrow we're going to be starting at 5:30 p.m. when we've all been over to watch Bonnie Rig Rose turn over the East Kill 5 all over the plane. We'll do that, and then we'll be back tomorrow for at 5:30 for day 2, and then obviously on Sunday for crowning a champion. But okay, let's crack on with day number 1D. There we go.
And as we get back to the table, very first hand, we've got a set against a straight here. Niall comes out firing, goes bet, bet, bet after free betting. There's not much 6x out there, Tower. Going to have a tough time folding 7s here as Alberto. Not too much 6x you believe your opponent to have once he free bets you, and now he wants to go for the bet, bet, bet. Alberto with a set. I doubt he's going to be folding here. Potentially, we could have an early giveaway today. We'll do some Tower and J Fix today as it is a day one. I believe we have another $15, $25 tickets to give away on 888poker. I'm sure Lion will confirm with myself, and then we can start with some giveaways. There we go, right on cue. We have $15, $25 tickets to give out again.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
You might just do one at a time and just get more in.
I love the fact Lion messaged me at 10 past 12 saying good morning, like I'll be here, ready to go.
Like you'd even be up.
Yeah, exactly.
Line, if Jay starts at 12:30, he's up at 12:20 and in for 12:29.
Not that bad.
No, I know. To be fair, you've been early this week. You've wandered in early because you've still not worked out the timings yet.
Yeah. Time zone change, isn't it? Scotland. So great start to the day for now. First hand increases stack by near 50%. You don't mind that. Settles the nerves. Have a little breather. Might as well just get a heads up. Table Niall and Alberto again. These two battling early stages, second hand of the day.
Amazing.
Big old bet from Mel. Near pot size, 7 into 8. Like, again, small here, and we generally do expect to see small on the Queen 7 Deuce Rainbow. Potentially one Alberto could continue against pot size. Got to be getting out of the way. Cat says I'm just surprised we're not being beaten up.
Wearing stuff like this, the locals don't like it. Why? Why do they sell them then? Is this something that you wear and then you're expected to get a punch in snotter? Is it? What? If it's available to buy, it can't be offensive. Guns are offensive. You can't buy a gun.
Yeah.
Hat with a bit of hair, not offensive. Can't be. It's called a laugh, isn't it? It's called having a bit of banter. Do you not get banter in Scotland?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Do they not get it? This is not offensive. Anybody tells me that this is offensive, I'm going to poke him in the eye.
That would be offensive.
Well, it would.
Yeah.
That would be a bad start, it. I'm having this. Where's yours? PK's got it on.
Yeah. I lost it. Someone's...
We'll pass it round. Glad I've done my hair today, though.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah. We'll do a giveaway. Have we told them we're doing a giveaway early for the
Yeah, we'll start with 1 o'clock, yeah? 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
30 minutes in.
We'll just do a oneer. We'll do one. Good to have Mel Simpson. Thanks, Mel. She's on the feature table now. Brought us in the pies and the old wee Jimmy hats. She's on holidays now.
Yeah, I know. Off holiday in Glasgow.
She's on holidays.
And to be fair, we should be done about 10:30, 11 tonight. Later finish, might have a few at the bar later. Let the air down. Be proper air, not that ginger air.
Oh, there's a new bar in town as well we've got to try, apparently. It's
new
called
bar?
Maggie's.
Maggie's.
It's only 5-minute walk away. It's a country and western bar.
Oh, is it?
And everybody does the old Taylor Swift pink hat malarkey
Oh,
on Friday,
no, they
Saturday,
don't,
Sunday
do they?
nights. Aye.
Oh, no. You might find Ryan Mandara there.
Apparently it's a cracking night.
That's a nil. And the 9-4, bottom pair, comes out leading. And is going to get it through. How are we doing, everyone in the chat tuning in? How are we doing, Snoop? How are we doing, Wee Sal? How are we doing, Ryan Campbell? Welcome, Gedemanas.
Waiting for Dale Wilson. There he is. Seat number 8. Bust out late last night. Bust out late last night. Said he was coming to play today. We're having a couple of scoops with old Adam Wilkinson after his 3rd place in the high roller. And Wilco said, I ain't playing the first session. And Dale said, yeah, me neither. And guess where he is? First level. He loves it. Oh, pumpkin pie.
Something I don't think I've ever had pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie's nice. Pumpkin soup's nice. Somebody's hoovering up.
Hopefully they're coming over the top of your head. You're not wearing that all day.
No, it's going to get a bit warm.
It's going to get a bit
I can
warm.
already feel it's getting a bit warm. Maybe I should have it on until somebody thumps me.
Chris, with the free bet, ace-4 suited from the big. Like when we do get this deep, like we 300 plus, fine. Like a lot of the time we're on stream, shorter stack depths, like sub 50. Don't generally take these suited ones too much, but when we are almost cash game stacks, just go for the free bet. Once in a while, does pick it up on that occasion.
100 big line, 200 with a 200 big line ante, 122.
Early stages.
Stuart. Couple of ladies. Makes it 400. Connor with a Jack 10 suited straight into the mark. 300 BBs deep. Even you're playing the Jack 10 of diamonds there, Tower.
I am indeed. Never folded the Jack 10 of diamonds level 1.
Yeah, a bit of a larger open from Stuart. Goes to 4x. Even still, may have had a look with the Jack 10 of diamonds there. Even free bet it. Like free bet, maybe even a better option.
Yeah.
Try and get heads up, position, split equity. A two-way situation.
Apparently Maujan woke up this morning with 2 cards on his bed. Unbelievably, they were aces. Oh, he did run good. He did do well. Well played to him, sir. So Maujan Fu winning the high roller, but yes. He did have aces 7 times. Hey up, Mel's going again. Opening another table. So 15 minutes to go until the first giveaway of the day. 1 ticket to give away at 1 o'clock.
Offer's still there. Clyde versus Bonnie Rig tomorrow, lads. Are you picking us up, Weesel? Are you picking us up and dropping us off?
No, it's a 3 o'clock kick-off. We can't get there and back in time. We're going to be too tight, unfortunately.
Is it not round the corner?
No. You'd have to leave early. Can't do that. We'd love to.
There must be like a local game. Is there not like a Glasgow team?
There's loads.
Yeah.
But they don't finish till 5 o'clock and we start at 5:30.
Yeah, but if we do one that's 5 minutes away, we finish at 5, boom, straight to work.
I wouldn't actually know what the close. Surely the closest stadium to here is either Celtic Park or Rangers. What's Rangers Stadium called?
Ibrox.
They play at Ibrox.
Ibrox.
Oh, of course it is, aye. Good. So which one's closer to here? It's got to be one of those two. Can't be anywhere else, anymore, anywhere but. And they're not playing.
How you doing, Stephen King? Welcome to the stream. Day 1 today. We're going to kick off the giveaways at 1 o'clock. We're going to do some thinks.
Yes. Yeah, bad week to come, Cam. You're not wrong. It's international break. Not to freak anybody out, but pies are chronic for the body. Dire straits. We drink Guinness, lager, cider, vodka, rum, whiskey. We eat donuts. we love the Scottish tablet. Well, we don't, but you can eat it. Don't worry about pies being bad for the body. What we'll do is, because you walk to Greg's, it's all right, because you're using your steps to get there.
Yeah.
You're not getting a taxi to Greg's, are you? Well, you would.
Maybe. I haven't got a taxi into work yet or back from work yet.
No, that's true.
Yep, that is true.
McNeely says the closest to us is Ibrox, when they're not playing.
So Chris goes for the free bet here. Looks like he's come out in 5th gear. Second free bet of the day, second free bet bluff. Not even played 2 orbits yet, but getting after it early on. Just trying to bloat these pots. Does flop bottom here. Quick check back. Alberto with the gut shot.
2 of hearts on the turn. Going to be a bet by Chris.
Could check again, Tower, potentially as Chris, and Alberto could lead, to be fair. Alberto could definitely lead here with King, Queen of Diamonds. Like Chris going to have a lot of ace-high stuff. We can start targeting that with our King, Queen, try and fold that out. And then if he does choose to check, Chris could potentially check his hand back, but looks like Alberto. I think this is really nice.
Yeah, pot size.
Yep. When we call the free bet, we're just going to have all this 8-9 suited, 10-9 suited, 10-8 suited, Queen Jack, 6-7 suited gets the pill at this stack depth. Just a better board for us, and Chris can have a lot of ace highs here that are going to be in a rough spot. So pot size bet called by Chris with position.
Non-believer. He's got the flush draw and a pair.
The 6 of clubs on the end. Probably slightly more favourable for us. We will have, I think, a bit more 7x. Like when we are this deep, early stages, Chris does get to free bet stuff like 7-8 suited, 8-9 suited, 10-8 suited. These can all fall into the free bet range. But like we get to pill the suited 7x, like 9-7 suited, 6-7 suited, even like 7-5 suited at 300 bigs deep. And now Alberto bluffing on this river. Now, something quite interesting here for Chris. Once Alberto bets this river, he's probably never going to do this with a 10x, a 9x, or 1 pair holding. So he's basically saying he's got 2 pair plus. Now, something very interesting with 2 pair plus now at the river now. There's not many that want to bet turn that now have a 7 on the river, and Chris has figured it out straight away. Calls with just an 8 here. Very nice call from Chris. But you think about the 7x of Alberto. If he's got 7-8, if he's got 9-7, 10-7 even, these are ones that are quite nice checks. When we got a pair and an up and down, are they really going to lead turn for pot? Probably not. Maybe the 10-7 could be one, but like the 9-7, the 7-8, this type of stuff, pretty nice checks on the turn. So once he bets turn and then continues firing river, basically saying he has one of these 7x hands, and not many of them want to bet turn. And great pick off by Chris with just a pair of 8s early on, but when you really think about the spot, doesn't make too much sense there from Alberto.
Alberto, here to play. Paul Oakes, we've just started day 1D. So top left of the entrance that started the first level. Getting warm.
It's getting warm.
It is. I need a kilt on.
No, you are not wearing a kilt.
What?
No.
What? Keep me nice and cool. I don't think they do one in my size.
They must do. Call from Connor here on the button. Suited Jack 3. Prefer open. Going to go with limp. Dale bumps it up now, trying to get this heads up. Quick call from Connor.
Five, 6, 7 flop. No help for anybody.
Yeah, really not the best board here for Dale either. Like, it's not a situation that we try and target ace highs, because if Connor has an ace on the button, surely that's just going to raise in itself. He's going to go for c-bet here. I feel like this board, though, one against this limp call range, we need to be very careful on. Like, it seems like all this 5-6 suited, 7-8 suited, 7-4 suited, like middling suited, gapped. You can feel like a lot of this in this limp range. Connor going to take one off with the dummy and gutter here with the Jack 3 of clubs. Maybe some ideas down the streets to get a bit fruity. But no ideas needed when we snag top pair on the turn. Flush draw brought in for Dale now. Potential triple now as Dale Tower. I personally wouldn't have c-bet flop, but once we get here, I feel like this is a very nice triple off spot. Just because Connor's going to have a lot of this 7-8, 6-8, 5-8, 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, like all this pair, gut shot pair up and down. You've also got 6x of diamonds, 5x of diamonds, and now 7x of spades, Jack X of spades in there. So there's just so many hands that have one pair now but have to call, but would have to fold river, if that makes sense. Like all this pair, gut shot pair up and down, pair flush draw.
All have to call and backdoors it does Dale.
Yeah, it's always nice when you're in your head, you're going to be tripling off as a bluff on a lot of rivers, and you just find the river that gives you the check mark. Are we getting paid? That is the question.
Maybe in the back door, he might just get paid.
Potentially. And goes big. 12 into 9. So 133% here from Dale puts Connor's Jack in a real rough spot. And does find the fold.
Nice one, Dale.
Yeah, good fold from Connor there, though.
There on the river.
Not easy to turn top pair and have to fold it when it remains top pair still on the river. So we've got 7 minutes and we're going to go to the first tower finks of the festival. You want to go get some paper?
I want to take this off. They're the chip counts yesterday from day 1B. Steve Barnes bagged up 300 and...
Why is it so like puffy? Like
I've got a big head.
yeah? No, like it's like like a, you know, like
Get off my hair! Don't pull my hair off.
you know, like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. It's got like that proper
Do
thing.
I?
Yeah. It's got like that proper bowl. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's a bit better. Yesterday's chip counts.
He's not chip leader.
Who's not chip leader?
Steve Barnes.
Is he not?
Because yesterday, day 1C Turbo, there were only 13 runners.
Okay, 13 times by
30.
390.
There's only one player got through.
Who was that?
The man that likes the TV table.
Ian Simpson. Of course he got through. It's actually good. He might jump in the booth a bit today and say
Josh
hello.
Manley's coming in.
Josh Manley. Josh back as
Manley's
well.
coming in later. He's going to have an hour with us. He's coming in. He's going to do a session with us. But Ian Simpson, 390,000, played the turbo last night.
Knocked everyone. Basically won the
Everybody.
turbo. He won the turbo. Did you get a trophy?
I don't know if he asked for one. He probably asked for one. But yeah, Ian Simpson, 390. They're the ones that made it through from day 1B.
Just going to jump back into things because could have a big old pot here. We got up and down with spade in hand and Connor flopping middle set here. And Niall just leading for 12 into 1K. Just leads for 120% pot with his up and down. Now check from Niall. Just recognising here, once Connor calls, like we're not folding out the Jack X now, we're not folding out the 10X. The overpairs are going to stick along for another street as well. We've got a big old bet from Connor, 4 into 33, once again, over bet.
Imagine the offsuit ace on the river.
120%. And against this size, really going to struggle to do much with King Queen here, Tower, as Niall probably just wants to fold. Against some smaller sizes, yes, we can continue, but against 120% out of position, not getting to dictate the action on the river, I don't think so. Annoying having to fold 2 overcards and an up and down, but once we're met with 120% out of position on the turn, I feel like it's a pretty mandatory fold.
Fold he does.
Yeah.
Afternoon, Jace. He's doing the 5,000 weekend sit-ups. 5,000 sit-ups in a weekend.
Yeah, that's a
lot.
A bit much.
That's a lot.
I reckon I've not even done 5,000 my whole lifetime.
No, me neither. And Morris has confirmed Clyde at home to Bonnyrigg is the closest game we'll get to.
I'll tell you later what happened, but it's buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Aye.
He-Man, Masters of the Universe. He-Man. That's a compliment. Giveaway, 3 minutes. Keyword time.
You got your paper?
What for?
Because it's your question.
It's a keyword.
Are we doing keyword?
I thought you were doing keyword.
I thought we were doing a tower fix.
Are we?
It's early stages.
Early stages. Are we doing a tower thing?
I asked you to go and get some paper and a pen, and you were too busy dilly-dallying with that hat.
I can't know. Let me hold on a minute. Let me just delve into my magic box. Let me delve. I'm still delving. I've delved.
You got your pen.
I've delved. We've delved and got the pen. I didn't realise it were a tower things.
It's day one.
It is. So, Lime Ricky, take 10 minutes off. Because this is us. And this is all 4 places.
Are we on Twitch, I take it?
We're on 888 on Twitch. We're on YouTube on 888. We're on 888 on Grosvenor. And we're on Facebook on Grosvenor. And everybody can join in. Let me just undelve. I've undelved.
Your legs are spread out wide up, aye.
There's 8 for Bernie. Exciting to see number 4. Paul Clements comes to the table. And a lot of TV time in Manchester, did old Clemmy. You're out already? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Have we got the cup? Can we use this for the pounds for everyone? If they want to tell us a bad beat story, pound in the cup. As we're sat here, we're going to have to do that over a weekend. Pound in the cup.
Bad beat cup, please. Anybody want to put a pound in bad beats? Bad beat stories, welcome. Flop to set. The river is straight. Oh no.
And now Rivers a pair with the Queen Jack. And this old Bernie, who's coming out firing, is he turning his 8 into a bluff here? I'm guessing he is. Doubt this is a value bet here when there's 3 overcards to our 8 to contend with on the board. So perhaps trying to fold a 10 here as the early position opener. I don't mind it at all. We got ace queen, we block some 2 pairs, holding the 8. Don't mind this from Bernie. Out the box, but if he's trying to fold out some 10x here, some river jack x, fair play to the lad, it could potentially work. Only thing I will say, customer in question, what I've seen from Neil so far today, he's been involved in a lot of pots, a lot of big bets, playing slightly erratic to start the day, so maybe not the player that we're going to be getting it through on. There we go. I didn't think Noel would be the type to let this one go. He's flown out the traps this morning, wanting to be in every pot.
He has indeed.
And up to nearly 50k already. And on that note,
Yes.
it is time for a giveaway. So first giveaway of the day, we have 15 $25 tickets to give away for 888 Poker, guys. We are going to do 2 for this one. Are we? Should we do 2? Or should we do 1?
Well, we've got a 10-hour day.
Okay, we'll do 1. We'll do 1. Blame him. I was going to give 2. Tower wants 1. We're going to do 1
If
ticket.
it's a tie, you might get both get one.
Okay, so one $25 ticket up for grabs. The rules are as simple as this. I am going to ask Tower a question. He will write his answer down on that piece of paper. Closest to the Tower's answer is going to win the $25 ticket.
Yeah.
You get 1 guess per account, guys. Any multiple guesses, you will be disqualified. Please do not guess until we say go. Don't give him any clues. And please make sure you're on Twitch. 888 Poker TV on Twitch. So if you're not on Twitch and you guess on YouTube or Facebook, your answer will not count.
Lime Ricky, you can win this one
Yes.
because this is our question, and you can win it if you want to have a guess.
So guys, a nice easy question to kick things off. Nothing silly. What I would like to know is the population of Glasgow. So where we are right now, I'm looking for the population of Glasgow.
I had no idea. I've written something down.
Towers guess.
Whether it's the right answer or not, I don't know. But there we go. I'm on.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everybody. So there we go. How are we doing, Mark? Mr. Mark Jeffs. How you doing, pal? Hope things are good. Watching on Facebook. We are up in Glasgow. If you can't tell, we're up in Glasgow. So, how many people live in Glasgow? Good question, because we're in Glasgow for the 888 Poker Live. The next one's in Barcelona. The next one is in Barcelona, the 888 Live. Plenty of 888 UK PLs. The next one of those for us is in Newcastle in 2 weeks' time. And don't forget, only one answer, please. You can use multiple platforms if you want. If you're a member of Facebook and a member of Twitch, you can have a guess on each.
You can't. You can have a guess on each, but I'm not taking the guess on Facebook.
Why?
Because we're only, it's 888 Poker, we only do it on Twitch.
No, we're not. No, it's our question, so we'll have to do all
But
four.
I've told everyone to come over to Twitch.
No, the rule was that everybody can do our questions.
You can't guess on each.
You
Whenever
can.
Lime's in the booth, you can't guess on each. It's been like that for years and years and years.
I thought the Tower and J thinks
No.
was us to monitor.
Not when Lime's not when we're on 888 Poker TV and Lime's monitoring it for us as well.
Oh, sorry, people. My mistake. Maybe we should just do it for this one. Because I've told everybody you can answer on everything.
Always 888 Poker TV on the UK PLs and the 888 Poker Lives.
I know, can't believe it. You can't guess on each. Sorry, Lime, my bad. See, it's this person who said it wrong. I would never have said that. So, apologies. It is just on 888 Poker TV. That means Lime can't win. So how many? No, the contest is not closed yet. It's not closed yet.
We're not even giving out the correct answer.
Don't close it yet. You can still guess. I am very, very sorry.
We'll give the correct answer out after this hand, and then we'll go to Tower's answer.
Not closed yet. We have to give the correct answer, and then we'll do my answer straight after.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should have done a keyword.
Maybe we should have done a keyword to start the day off. So you can still get your guess. You can still get your guesses in. How many? What is the population, or what does Tower thinks the population of Glasgow is? Get your guesses in. As closest to my answer will win. The correct answer is pretty irrelevant because I wouldn't actually know it. But what is the population of Glasgow? Get your guess in early stages. Chance to win a ticket. A $25 token to events on 888 Poker.
Someone go and check Chris's call button because I think it's broken. It's free bet or fold. He has. I don't think he's played call yet. He's literally 3-bet or fold every time he's VPIP'd in a pot. But on this occasion, the 3-bet not going to be working because Catalin here with the Ace King, I'm assuming is going to back raise after electing to just call, but not going to go for the back raise on this occasion. Does keep in the dominated King Queen. .888 Poker TV on Twitch, guys.
Yep.
And after this hand, we'll give out the correct answer. Not Tower's answer, the correct answer. And then we'll give you a few more minutes before we give that token away. So Chris here with a continue with his gut shot 2 over cards. And Catalin should call once here with the Ace King, but the way he played it pre-flop, I thought he might do exactly that. Does just get out of there.
So this is the correct answer, not my answer. So the competition is still open if you want to have a guess on 888 Poker TV.
And
So
According
to
to Google,
yes,
635,130 people reside in Glasgow. There's a population of 635,130 people, which makes up for just over 12% of the Scottish population.
12%.
Yep.
No.
There you go. That's the correct answer. Is he close? We'll give you one more hand, and then we will close the comp line. Line was a bit premature with the contest closure.
The chip taker said he's guessed the population of Scotland instead of population of Glasgow. Do we let him have another guess?
No.
Because he did put 10.5 million.
You've got to listen.
That's true. You've got to listen. Sorry, chip taker. I was trying to get you another guess, but obviously not.
You remember at school when you used to do them tests when you had that woman on the radio saying questions and you had to used to write down, you had it like come over like a radio, or they used to put a cassette tape in, it would be question 1. And then they'd say the questions. If I didn't hear the question right and I wrote down the wrong answer, I wouldn't be able to in 6 months' time when I got my results back go, oh, I didn't hear the question right, can I have another go? You can't just...
Tough round here.
People might be swindling us, Tower.
The tough up in Scotland. Tough rules up here. He might win. Richie Burnley, you're absolutely right. He might be the closest. We've had that before. Where somebody's changed their answer and we've let them and it's been miles away and the other guess was correct.
According to Mark Jeffs, you never went to school, Tower.
We went to Wingy. We were running up and down Coach Road or Town Lane. Getting chased by the teachers, Mr. Spate running after us. Oh, them were the days, Mark. So
we can get the countdown on.
We can get Lime's countdown on of 10, starting at 10. And then once it's finished, the comp will be closed. Your final guess is how many people does Tower thinks reside in Glasgow? The correct answer is 635,000 and a few. Underage drinking in the Alpine, you're not wrong. I was throwing darts at 16 in a league.
So, I used to play Super League at 6-16. I made my debut versus Dennis Ovens, believe it or not. Yeah, I made my debut versus Dennis Ovens in Super League. Rose and Crown on a Monday night.
Dennis Ovens, there we go. The contest is now closed. I don't think anything's happening in this one. Unless Niall finds his raising boots. I think it's actually stuck, isn't it? He has not passed a hand just yet. There's Niall.
So comp is closed, guys. No more guesses. Going to reveal the winner of the $25 ticket after this hand.
The comp is closed, Line. The comp is closed. Floating with the overs.
Five of hearts
flush board
on the turn. Now the ace queen of Bernie really going to struggle to continue. There's the fold. Come to play today as now.
So the first giveaway, one token to be given away.
So I asked Tower,
yes,
what was the population of Glasgow? Nice easy one to kick things off for the weekend.
Only if you know it.
No.
No.
No, it's not like you can't get too far out.
Look, somebody guessed 10.5 million.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Just
saying.
So over to Tower. How did you come up with it? What was your answer?
Well, I thought that it was nowhere near as big as London, which has just around about 1.2 million people in London, so I thought it was nowhere near that. And then I thought it...
Hold on a minute. 1.2 million people in London here?
Yeah. There is.
There's about 7 million people in London.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was nowhere near London. Are you sure there's only one? No.
Yeah, there's at least, it was 6 million.
No.
It was 6 million years ago. I remember years ago it being 6
so
million.
So anyway, when it was 1 million, it still wasn't as big. Glasgow wasn't as big as London. I knew that. Is that
Oh, are you sure? 8.9 million is London.
I'm glad you didn't ask me that. I'm glad you didn't ask me that, let me tell you.
1.2 million
I've got
people in
1 million
London.
people in London.
Okay.
So anyway, I knew it weren't as big as London. So then I put it on the same scale of round about Manchester, which has got about 600,000 people in. So as I went, which about don't check that one either.
Hold on a second.
I reckon Manchester's got about 600,000 people in it.
There is 550,000 people in
There
Manchester.
you go.
Not bad.
They've added a few as well. So I went Glasgow a little bit bigger than Manchester. So I guessed around about 600,000.
Now it's a little bit bigger than Manchester.
Yeah. So a little bit bigger than Manchester. So I went, listen
All
to
right,
me.
I'm listening.
Listen. No, listen to me reasoning.
Don't set me off first session. I got all day.
So I thought it weren't as big as Manchester, but then I thought, well, it might just be a little bit bigger than Manchester because 650,000 people. So I went around about just over 600,000 people, and I were pretty sure that it were half into 600,000. So I ended up with really, really close to the correct answer, which was 635,000. I guess 652,000.
Great effort. When you wrote it down, I thought you got it spot on nearly. Great
There
effort
you
from
go,
the tower.
you see. 652,000. I weren't that many. And I reckon, since they had that census, we're closer to my answer now. That's what I think. Anyway, anybody get close?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Is 2,000 off close?
Yes.
That is close.
very
Okay,
close.
so someone guessed 650,000. They were 2,000 away.
Who was that?
And that someone was Preston Pixie.
Oh, hey, Gary Clark.
Well done to Preston Pixie. Lime will be in touch regarding how to get your hands on that ticket, and then we will go to another giveaway. We'll do a keyword later on in the session, and then we'll do another Finks when we come back after the first break.
Well done, Gary. The Preston Pixie from the Twitch chat is the winner. Well done, the Preston Pixie. Nice one, Gary. Gary Clark watches every time we stream. So well done to Gary. $25 token on its way.
Oh yeah, I've just read it back.
What's that?
Someone goes, sounds a bit low for Glasgow, and someone put that sounds a bit low too. That was in 2021, by the way.
See, I said it'd be closer to mine.
Yeah.
Said it'd be closer to mine now.
Let's have a look at 2025. Why is it
Because
so
they
much?
only have census. They only have a census.
It says 1.7 million on 20 when I put in 2025. But when I just Google population of Glasgow, it come up 650 odd thousand.
They've trebled in 2 years.
2021, 4 years.
They've trebled the population in 3 years. How? That's impossible. After the dire
But this
strain
is a
says-
great thing about this game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the question's wrong. It's what Tower thinks.
And I was close.
You was close.
I must have googled the same one as you. 1.7 million? Really?
Yeah, that's what 2025.
Wow. Afternoon apocalypse, afternoon takeaway food. Are there any 888 members playing this? All of them. And Ian Simpson bagged up 390,000 from day 1D, the turbo last night. What did Josh bag? 105. Well done, Josh. Who's coming in to do some comms later in the year.
Vivi bagged as well.
Vivi's bagged as well.
So just waiting on
169. Lucia bust out, as we saw.
Eastie.
Eastie obviously bust out. So whether he jumps back in again, which he should, and anybody else who's turning, there's loads of ambassadors here this week. So yeah, plenty.
Jack 10 suited for Stephen, opens to 4. Connor calls 9s. And Bernie can get behind this. Might have gone a little bit bigger when we are at this stack dev north of 100. Could even bump up to 12 big blinds if we wanted to. But can get behind this squeeze for sure. See, not taking it full frequency, but once in a while I think we'll be fine. Jack 10 of spades for Stephen with position facing what is
Oh my God, someone squeezed the big blind with the bluff.
This is what you got to put with today, pal. This is what you got to put up with today. It's going to get better.
It's a tough field today, Jack. It's what you're working with.
I'm genuinely impressed.
So Connor feels nines too good to be folding at this stack depth. Got position as well.
Rifle it off, Bernie. Come on.
We can do that on that flop. Queen 4, 10, 2 clubs.
Yeah, so goes for 20% continue. And at nines against 20%, got to stick around for one, even without a club. Oh wow!
What a turn! 9 of diamonds turn.
Not the best turn card here for Bernie. I feel like not going to be squeezing stuff like King Jack too much. King Jack suited definitely going to be in there for Connor. Can have some like 10-9 suited at this stack depth as well. And then obviously the Queen X not going to be folding to another street. A lot of the Queen X pick up a straight draw to go alongside their top pair on this turn. But here's barreling. 2/3 on the turn, 37 into 57. And Connor just calling. Big river coming up.
If the river's a jack and goes all in, I'm going straight upstairs and buying him a bit.
4 of hearts. Delightful for Connor.
A bit of a rough one here for Bernie. 4 on the river. Does he believe we're going to dislodge some King Queen, some Queen Jack, hands like this? Well, Bernie is reaching. And once again goes for just around 2/3. Connor just calls. Just calls the nines full.
Whoa, just calls?
Wasn't getting called by raise, but not getting called if he raises, but I would have personally
Scared of fools?
gone for a bit of value
That's
there.
literally it.
Like ace, queen, aces, kings, still all in Bernie's range there to potentially get some value from, but Connor just with the call.
That started off so promising.
There you go.
I feel so
Well,
bitterly disappointed.
Enjoy your day, Jack. Enjoy your day. Good luck. See you later.
Apocalypse says, have we done anything Scottish?
Yes.
We've got pies.
Yep, we have pies.
Lots of pies. Scotch pies with chili and doner in them and all sorts of mince
Did
meat.
Mel go to a pie factory? 'Cause
Yes.
she's
We're into the pie factory.
actual factory.
We've done something Scottish. We've had tatty scones. We've had haggis. Have you tried haggis yet?
I had it with mayo when we were in Edinburgh a few years ago, didn't I? It weren't actually that bad. Mix it all up, mayo, mix it in, mayo it around, and then
on Wednesday night we went to the oldest pub in Glasgow, the Scotia, which is just down the road. 1792. And they're lovely in a pint pot with a handle. A proper old-fashioned pint pot with a handle on it that you could go like that.
Don't a pint glass have a
No,
handle on it?
none of that. None of that. It was one of them. Proper pint pot.
I can't picture what you're going on about.
So yes, we've done a few things. And we might even be going to see Clyde against Bonnie Reed Rose tomorrow. We're thinking about it.
Don't wear that.
No, I'm not getting back home.
So Dale flops the straight flush draw here. Checks over to Catalin, and nice one to check raise. Very nice if he finds it as Dale. Really nice spot to go for the check raise here. Check and see in position player will still have some like ace queen, kings and aces that all want to take this route. Yeah, I love this. Very nice. A lot of people here just straight off the bat see their straight flush draw. They're the opener. They just c-bet this board. But as I always say, checking to player in position, never a bad thing when we are out of position. Lots of checking going on, and then we can spring the check raise and gets the tens out of there. Nicely done from Dale.
Nice one. Would you like a cup of tea? Because I'm going for a cup of tea without my hat on so I don't upset anybody.
Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea, please.
Not going. What? Only thing to go with haggis is a nip of whiskey. Oh, that sounds nice.
Nice. It's my go-to wee sell.
If you know your whiskey, yes, Bonnie and Clyde, that's exactly right. That's who's playing tomorrow. If you know your whiskies, how good is Aberlour whiskey? Not Aberdour, which is a golf course
Yeah.
and a place over the bridge. Aberlour, so it's with an L.
The bridge that takes 742 litres of paint to paint.
That's
that
the one.
bridge.
That's the one. Because they had it on offer in the Scotia, which was $2.99 a shot. And I nearly had one, but I didn't. How are we doing, David? Well done to Dave Doherty yesterday, cashing in the high roller. And to Jack as well.
Alberto with King Queen. Rough start to the day for him. Had a pretty sick one first hand of the day. Flopped the set in a 3-bet pot and his opponent backdoored the straight. Over to Heavily. Apologies if I got the pronunciation wrong. First time I've seen this man. Potentially going to go for jam here as Heavily, 30 effective, +2 facing big blind. There we go, does go for jam, like it a lot. This is one of the ones you'll see in the solves when we're around 30, just shy of 30, early position open, and you're in the big blind with stuff like 8s, 9s, 7s at a smaller frequency, hands that just like to say the words I'm all in.
Great moves of the Scotia. It used to be Billy Connolly's favourite pub. Used to play the banjo most Saturdays. That'd have been great. Imagine walking in there the other night and Billy Connolly sat there. I think I'd have been in tears. What an absolute gem is Billy Connolly. Right, tea time.
Tea time.
Do I wear the hat or not?
Yeah, where they at?
Do you think I should come? Do you think I'll come back? If I'm not back in an hour,
Yeah, I'll send out a search party.
send out the search party.
I'll put on my hat and I'll go, have you seen anyone wearing a hat like mine? To try and find you. Oh, Bernie with the ace queen. Cold 4 coming in. And has been involved a lot now, but surely not. Ace 4 off. Well, he's reaching and he's coming in the 4-bet coup with the old ace 4 offsuit out of position, optimistic, but wants to see a flop. Doesn't get anything much to work with. We have the backdoor nut flush draw. Nil just leads out for 2.5k. Bernie just sends the lot in, and now I guess Neil has to just fold with the ace 4 off here, and potential chips given away. Could have just folded this one pre, not having to invest the big blind. Went for the 3-bet call of the cold 4, and then donks the queen jack 5 with just ace high no draw, and now met by this jam, drawing to 5% equity. There is the fold eventually.
I survived.
You survived.
I survived.
Good man.
Only because I didn't see anybody. I found the filling station downstairs. The tea area, there's one downstairs. I thought it was only upstairs. But I found it downstairs. Woohoo! Soul of Black 6. Is that an album? That's got to be an album. I've asked him this before. I'm sure Soul of Black's an album from some band.
It sounds like a shouting band.
Oh,
One of them.
absolutely.
"Ah!"
That's exactly what it'll be. That is exactly what it'll be.
Like, is it a slip knock?
Andrew Allen says Aberlour is a cracked whiskey for $2.99 a shot. Well, it was in the Scorcher the other day on offer. And I'm guessing a cracked whiskey means it's okay. Is that a bit of terminology?
Yeah, like just shorten the word cracking, right?
Well, yeah, mate, Aberlour is a cracked whiskey for $2.99 a shot. I'm guessing that means it's a nice whiskey for $2.99 a shot. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you. Cheers, Andrew. Yeah, cracking. That's what it was. $2.99. Might have to nip in tomorrow. Oh no, I've got work after.
To be fair, we could nip in tonight. We're not in work till 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, but we finished work tonight at 10:30.
11 o'clock.
The pub shut at 10 the other night.
It's Friday night.
Well, I know, but it's an oldie worldy pub.
Oh.
It's not one of these for kids.
Would you want to go clubbing instead? Clubbing in Glasgow, me and you?
Maggie's down the left-hand
Should we
side.
go
Comes in Western Bank.
you wear that hat and we'll go Maggie's tonight, yeah?
You want to do co-commentators, is that what you're saying?
Nah. So Niall here with 2 pair, but outkicked by the ace-10 of Stephen. Decides to bet flop and bet turn here. Surely he's going to have to slam the anchors on at some point. Don't think we're ever going to be able to get 3 streets from worse here, especially with the flush draw now complete in 2. So he does check it over to Stephen, who I'm assuming checks back. Does he feel like there's some 10x to get some value from when we have the nut kicker, but still potentially some bigger pairs Neil can have as the opener that checks once the flush draw completes. Doesn't want to value cut himself. And the ace-10 of Stephen takes a small one.
The Billy Connolly's folk band. If only it had been in the building, it would have been unbelievable.
Bernie with the open. Been fairly active last 30 minutes. Alberto defends the Queen 10. 9-6 deuce rainbow. Freezer Bernie still out in front. Does continue. Again, small size here. Potentially could call once as Alberto 2 overcards 3 to a straight. Kind of annoying with our stack depth though. Just that 25 in stack to work with, decides to just let it go.
The humble bums. Jerry Rafferty was in there as well. Imagine Jerry Rafferty and Billy Connolly just strumming along in a pub. My gosh. For you, it'd be like seeing Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift just jamming on the street.
No, okay. So I couldn't even name you. Actually, I could tell. I was about to say I couldn't name you. I couldn't name you many Justin Bieber songs.
I don't think I could name you one. I know he did a really soft one. Did a really slow one.
Baby, that's the one I can think of. That was his first one, I think.
He did a really slow one, didn't he?
Taylor Swift, on the other hand, I could reel off every album, every lyric.
You think that I can I love myself and know that you could be the one. That one. So early stages of Glasgow's Day 1D. Plenty coming through the door. Jay, are you a Swiftie?
I'm just forced into being
The
one.
missuses.
That's the problem. It's always like when I walk through the door. Most of the time, it's just on the telly, like on the radio. Just hear Taylor Swift. But to be fair, the concert I went to for her last year, it was unbelievable. The production value of that Taylor Swift concert, unbelievable. I still don't know how they got her from one end of the stage to the other in half a second. Honestly, she must have been on some slingshot under that stage to get her from one end to the other, and then she just pops up again. Like, how on earth? It was more of a magic act than a music performance.
Who was the special guest that they had?
They had Paramore, which actually I really like, because I used to like Paramore when I was at school. Old Hayley Williams. Yeah, so Paramore was the support act. Dale takes that one on top there. How are you doing, Ben? Welcome.
How are you doing, Ben?
Didn't fancy Glasgow, mate. I thought it'd be your cup of tea up here.
Around the corner from where you are.
5 Guinness is just 5 a day up here, isn't it?
Exactly.
What's like the Scottish whiskey, isn't it? The Scottish alcoholic go-to drink.
Yeah. That's just on the story.
What's the go-to,
it
Tower?
would be a whiskey. What,
Just whiskey. Do you know, like Ireland, you go and have a Guinness?
Yeah. Or a Jameson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the drink up here?
If you're not alcoholic, it'd be Irn-Bru, obviously.
Yeah, but an alcoholic drink, obviously.
But if it were whiskey, yeah, Scotch whiskey would be pretty good. But there are plenty about. That is for sure. A Dalwhinnie's a really good whiskey.
Do you have
a Talisker.
Do you have Irn-Bru with whiskey, or is it just
whiskey and Irn-Bru? Probably not.
Just
fizzy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you have whiskey and coke. You have whiskey and coke, don't you?
But famous grouse? Are you mad? Famous grouse? That's like drinking. Oh. No, please. Famous grouse. That's like drinking a wicked. It's got to be a malt, hasn't it, surely? There you go, Richie Burner. She's on a cart like a train tracks and they pull her really quickly.
I think Lime said the same thing.
Yeah. Buckfast. Yeah, you can't beat a bottle of Bucky.
So A7-8 top pair for Alberto. Out flops Catalin and Nell. Jack of clubs on the turn, does bring in gut shot and flush draw for Catalin here. One that potentially want to check back is Alberto here. If we are going to bet, do we have to bet call off with our stack depth in question? Lots of flushes, 9-10 in there pure from the big blind, even losing to some two-pair stuff. But I feel like if we're going to bet this turn tower, like bet fold is a pretty bad option. Like if we're going to bet fold, better to just check back. But Catalin actually with a potential combo here to bluff, an unbelievable one to just say I'm all in, try and fold out some one-pair holdings of our opponent. Ridiculous amount of equity to get there when called.
Corner chip lead on the table, early stages, 3 levels per session. Proper Scotch single malt should not be mixed with anything other than water. I have heard that instead of putting ice with whiskey, you're supposed to put a drop of water instead. I don't know if that's true.
I just don't like whiskey, it just tastes...
Well, you had a session with Simon.
I've got to show look, all this ginger ale he's got down him now. Look at all of this.
I'm malting, ladies and gentlemen, I'm malting. I don't know where it's gone, somebody's nicked it.
The hat is done.
No, it's coming back.
I'm sure it'll come out some point again today. 20 minutes time, guys, we are going to go to a key word.
What? I want to try the blue one.
You want to try the blue one? Good luck. To be fair, my head's a bit bigger than yours. I struggled getting that on, it was a bit tight.
Oh, this spins round. Well, you're going to flop a bit on this one. You got more air. Huh? Red or blue? Oh, definitely red. Red or blue?
I won't be wearing the red one. So Ace Jack, the Ace Jack versus Nines. Nines are Connor stay in front on the King 5 Deuce 2 clubs. After it checks through, feels like nines are best. Doesn't feel like too much King X out there after the flop action. Goes for some value, doesn't get any. I don't even want to try and pronounce that lime. I just filled my ice cube tray to try and make some yerba buena later. Yerba buena? Is that right?
Yerba buena. That's a good shout, actually. Well done. Yerba buena. Yerba buena.
Yeah, yerba buena.
What is
Kinder
it?
Bueno, ain't it?
What is it? Yerba buena. What on earth is that? Mint, lime, water and ice. Mint, lime, water and ice. Mint, lime, water and ice. There's no alcohol there.
Yeah, no alcohol. Sounds healthy.
What is Scotland? It's not healthy stuff.
Nicholas Swan comes to the table. Any relation to Swanee? Seat 3. Nicholas Swan, same surname, spelt the same. I know Kyle. He's got the youngster Kyle, but I don't know if there's any relation in any way.
How else would you spell Swan?
Well, S-W-A-N, without the double N at the end, maybe.
Oh, why do they have double N as well? Do they? Oh. Yeah. No, I don't know if I don't know if Nick is or not.
No relation. Ben knows in the chat. Thank you very much, Ben.
I reckon this Nick Swan is English. Because Ben knows him.
Okay, Catalan going to get to go for his value. Check the flop, don't mind it at all, just called in position on the ace turn. Now, thinking of what size to go, perhaps target a jack. Goes for 2.5k, and Dale won't insta-fold here, Tal, because the interesting part is Catalan has check back flop in position. So Dale may not assign him much ace-x here. And from what I've seen from Catalan so far this session, I don't think he'd go for value with a jack. So when all these draws brick out, heart draws, spade draws, Broadway draws, Dale may actually throw in a hero here with a pair of fours. There it is. Just unblocking all this king, queen, queen 10 type stuff, and the flop action is key there. Once Catalan checks back flop, I feel like Dale doesn't assign him ace-x and probably doesn't believe that he's going to value bet a jack on the river. So heroed with a hand unblocking all these bluffs. Incorrect on this occasion.
Starting with 30,000, 42 chip leader. 61 in so far. The day 1D.
And 15 minutes. We will go to another giveaway. It will be a keyword. We got two $25 tickets for 888. 15 total to give away today. Another live stream free roll occurring, I believe, as well at 6 p.m. We'll give the password out for that at 5.
See, we've just got used to GMT as well. You know, 6 o'clock GMT.
Yep.
Just got used to it. Next week,
Clocks go forward.
clocks it all up again.
Yep.
With GMT +1 for 6 months. Just clocks it all up.
But
We've only just got used to it.
Just had one on.
I know, but then we forget, when we tell everybody at wrong time. Good job we're not working next week for you.
Why is that a good job?
You lose an hour sleeping.
Oh, I don't like that.
What you got to do next week is play poker through it, so you don't lose any sleep.
I actually claim that back from the earth. Put in my little sheet. Want my hour sleep back. To be fair, I don't mind it if we're not working, because I don't have to set an alarm, so it's irrelevant. Still just sleep till I wake up.
So heading towards the next level.
King 8 clubs of doubt would certainly open this one. Now Boto here, A7 suited, kind of awkward at 30. Against +1. Like at 30 wouldn't even. Maybe it seems too tight to fold at this stage, but like if we free bet and get jammed on, we can't call. So I'm not going to have that option in there. So it's going to be call or fold, I think, here for Alberto. Takes neither of those options, does go for the free bet with the A7 suit. It makes it 1100. It's just one of these, if Dale now sends us in, just a hand that always has the fold. Like, prefer to take some like offsuit stuff, less playability, some like ace-9 off perhaps, some king-queen, king-jack off. But now over to Bernie. He's already found one cold four so far today with the ace-queen. Is he thinking about getting involved here with the ace-jack in the form of a 4-bet? Going to go for cold call on the button. And now Dale actually going to get to come along with the king 8 of clubs with the price that he will be getting. 600 to win 3,200. But heavily. 6-7 suited. Can't really do much here still with Dale behind that could open the action. Is Dale going to fold? He is going to fold, okay. 600 to win 3,200 there. Thought he might have a little look against these actual holdings.
Ace, Jack, 10. Top pair for Alberto. Going to get himself in a bit of trouble. Bernie's got top 2.
Yeah, really need to be wary of this cold call range, Tower. Like, you think about Bernie's range here when he cold calls. Like, he's not going to start calling stuff like 6s, 5s, facing the 3-bet EP versus EP. So, like, 8s and 9s, I guess the ones we do jump in front of. But he's going to have so much, like King, Queen suited, Ace 10 suited, Ace Jack suited as he has, Ace Queen suited that doesn't want a 4-bet, pocket 10s, pocket Jacks. Like, although we flop top pair, do need to proceed carefully against this cold calling range on the button, which should be fairly condensed. Does pick up a smidge of equity in the form of a dummy and gutter as Alberto. May just run it here and here, Tower, with 90% back. Feels like we're not going to be folding to a jam from Bernie. 1600 from Bernie on the turn. So Alberto just with 4400 in his stack. I doubt he's going to call and leave himself 2800. He may just run it here and now.
I think he might fold.
It's very scary, so this Bernie cold calling range, once it goes +1 open, +2 3-bet, and the button wants to cold call, like all around the Broadway hands suited, this cold call, and then like I say, maybe 8s and 9s in there as well. But Alberto is going to call and leave himself 2800 back. But what do we do on river now, Tal? We've got 35% pot. Like, what do we do? Are we?
You didn't think he was calling to leave himself 2800, and I thought he was folding. And now it just gets worse and worse and worse. Well, this could be knuckled back.
The sick thing is, we're not deep enough, but Alberto, if he was deeper, probably has to bluff his hand on this Queen of Diamonds river, because we don't actually get to the river with a worse hand now than after 3-bet and then an ace-X without a kicker playing. So we're literally at bottom of range there on river Alberto when the Queen of Diamonds rolls off. One of the worst hands we're going to have. Just not enough chips in our stack to bluff it, though. You know, have one more hand at the 200 big blind level, and that will take us into level 3 of the day. 40 minutes going on first break.
Raises to 4. Undeterred, he's only got 2.4. Are we going to run it?
No, raise folds out. We still got 12 bigs, so well, blinds are about to go up, then 12 are going to become 8, but try and look at this in the form of big blinds, not that we've only got less than 10% of a starting stack. Still try and play your stack in form of bigs, and some of the time you can spin it up heavily there. Lets the ace queen go. Catalin has been fairly snug and has rebet this open from the shorter stack. Now Alberto can just let it go.
Just let it go.
I like it, Tal. I like it. We've got 8 bigs now to spin. Like, there's no need to willy-nilly just getting 10 high. We're still in there. We're still in the tournament. A couple of double ups. Suddenly, things are looking okay again. just over 5 minutes, guys. I'm going to go to a keyword.
We are indeed.
Lime will let me know what that keyword is going to be, and then we will get on with that when the clock strikes 2. Slow first session as always. This is what you expect day ones, sort of, until we get to sort of level 6, level 7, when stacks start to shallow. Don't get many all-ins, not much action. People sort of just assessing their table, trying to see who they're working with for the rest of the day. Unless you have a certain caliber of player that wants to run bluff after bluff, call any 2 and just go post with that. It's rare you actually get many big pots in the first session. Queen 7 here for heavily. Probably going to continue the 10-8-5. Overcard to the board, got some backdoor straight possibilities. Fold out some like king high off Dale, like a king 3, a king deuce that's going to defend. But we won't be folding top pair, that's for sure. Dale with the 10-9 suited here. Versus button tower, it's not just that we play check call all the time. There is some check raising versus the later positions with our top pair. For value, it's not necessarily that we just check raise 2 pair plus. We can start check raising some top pair against the bottom range. A call going to be fine as well. That is what Dale lands on.
There's the diamonds on the turn. Dale still with the best of it.
Yeah, potentially could be met with a barrel here though. Ace going to be a much better card for Heavily here. Situation though, like the 10-8-5, like when we have ace jack, ace queen, all this stuff versus big blind, we'll play more checks than you think. So yes, we have like some ace x that want to continue and turn top pair, but there are some ace high holdings that want to check back flop at a frequency too. But even still, as Heavily here, feel like he will barrel this card with diamond in hand. I always say, Tower, I like to have a gut shot, an overcard to the board, some sort of equity versus the top pair. But in this given situation, I think it's fine when we have the queen, when Dale's pairs are going to be 10x, 8x and 5x. So like we're still going to have some equity versus a hand like king 10 versus a hand like king 8, something along those lines. And then we also get to barrel off on diamond rivers. We can potentially barrel off on 6x, 9x rivers. And we are actually just going to fold out the pair of 10s of Dale with the overbet on the turn. Pot size, getting the second pair out of there. I would have strapped in for one more as Dale. It was getting kind of dicey, but against this bottom range, it's going to bluff all this king queen, jack 9. There's so many bluff combos in there on the turn. I feel like 10-9 of clubs does want to stick around for one more, but the pressure just too much for Dale there.
Third level of the day, up to 65 runners. Still need a lot of runners to hit the guarantee of this one. Hopefully get very busy tonight for the turbo and tomorrow as well. Last chance saloon in the turbo tomorrow, starting at 11 AM. Oh, you're right. Willie Hoy's in the building. Good old Willie. Local legend. Celtic nut. I think he's either, he might even be on the board at Celtic these days, old Willie.
Alberto with the king queen. Bad timing. And this is going to be really interesting for Dale here. Because Bernie has been one of the few that has been active. We saw a squeeze a couple of times as a bluff. We saw a cold 4. And there you go. Dale shoves the ace queen here for what is 70 effective. But once we're this under rep with ace queen and we just call Bernie's open from low jack, don't mind it from now. Just because we run into top end doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad play. Bernie can ISO so much wider than top end. So here we go. What a spot for Bernie. Three-way all in. I was just saying out, you don't usually get much carnage these first sessions.
Here we go. King high flop as well. So Bernie. He's going to be taking Alberto's out, but that's a stack not to be worried about.
Well, Alberto can still draw live. It's Dale that is drawing dead.
He is indeed. Dale will be down to less than 10k.
Just another king for good measure. Bernie up to 43.4.
Unlucky Alberto. And Dale down to 9k.
And you know what time it is, Tower.
What time is it? 2 o'clock. It's Lime Ricky time.
Stayed open, feature 9.
You might have to help me out with this one.
Go on him.
It's keyword time, guys. I've got two $25 tickets for 888 poker to give away to you guys in the chat box. Simple as this. I am going to say the keyword. You write it down in the chat box, and then two random winners will be picked.
Okay.
So the keyword,
Yes.
is the name of the hat you are wearing,
What hat?
and according to Lime, it's called a Tam O'Shanter.
Tam O'Shanter. Tam O'Shanter.
Which is spelled Tamoshanter. Lime's put it in the chat for you all.
Okay. The Tam O'Shanter. That's what we've got. The Tam O'Shanter.
There we are. We'll give you a few minutes, guys, and then we will reveal the two winners.
Get your words in. The old Tam O'Shanter.
Players in the main event after the end of progress, you're going to be on a 15-minute break. That's a 15-minute
Tam
break in the main
O'Shanter.
event.
Get it on. So the keyword is on. The keyword. The Tam O'Shanter. Spoils it a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a wee Jimmy hat.
Wee Jimmy.
That's what it is. The Tam O'Shanter. And don't forget, you have to be on Twitch, 888 Poker TV on Twitch to get the tokens. Not on YouTube, not on Facebook or anything like that. It has to be 888 Poker TV. Give you another minute or so to get yourself over if you want to get involved in the giveaways. They're only on 888 Poker TV on Twitch.
Ace on the turn. Hate to see that as Connor. To be fair though, as Catalin, shouldn't be too much ace-x. They want to call flop. The ace-10, the ace-king 3-bets, the ace-x of spades. So not actually too much ace-x out there. So we got Connor here going for another street, but up and down, going to shrivel up now for Catalin. It's one of these now when the king rolls off 4 to a straight, less likely to get payment. personally let this go. We are up and down, yes, but one card to come out of position. But does want to have a look at the river here. Has Catalin, and this is the problem, Tal, like we're going to whiff so often, and the times that we don't catch this king or a 8, like we can't do anything. We just got to check and be done with the hand out of position. I personally think we could potentially fold turn, but wanted to see if a king or an 8 was lurking on that river. Pot going Connor's way.
Can we see the hat again? What hat?
This hat.
This hat?
My work hat.
This is natural.
Natural.
Natural air and a little tam o'shanter on the outs. And I actually believe...
You believe?
For the first time ever...
Yep.
Ever.
Ever.
In the history of Cardroom Direct, GUKPT, Grosvenor Poker, 888 Poker, live streaming, forever, we have a Lord playing today.
We have a Lord.
For the first time ever, I am pretty sure that we have a Lord playing for the first time.
Alan Sugar.
Nope, Alan Sugar is not playing.
The singer.
Lord?
Lord.
Or the unfinished...
No, Lord.
Or
the Australian bird.
Oh, I thought that was Lordy. Them that won the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah, is it Lordy or is it Lord? or is it Randy Marsh?
Oh, Randy Marsh.
Don't worry. Anyone that watches South Park will get that joke. But
here we go. You've got your last 10 seconds to get Tam O'Shanter written down.
you do this all the time. You big it up and then you just go on to a different subject.
Oh,
You're telling everyone who the Lord is.
Willie Hawhe's playing. Lord Hawhe. He's in the building. He's played poker.
How do you become a Lord?
Ask me one on cricket.
So who are going to be the winners? Congratulations, Pedrino CZ Poker.
Well done, Pedrino.
And congratulations, Yebby75.
Very nice indeed.
You-
And Karen Lowry's just guessed 321,000.
Bit behind, Karen.
Karen, you're about 45 minutes behind.
Well done to you too. Lion will be in touch for the $25 tickets and how to obtain them. We will do more giveaways after the break, so probably give away free tickets again at next session, guys. We've got 15 to give away today, plus a free roll, so make sure you stay with us.
When I wake up, yes, Willie Hawhe's playing. Lord Hawhe. Top man.
That's 1200.
So Catalan gets there in the form of a 9 on the river. Probably going to check through. Anyone's going to bluff probably has to be Dow with the King of Diamonds in hand. Doesn't choose to though. We've actually got Catalan going for some value here now. Don't think he will be getting any. Graham Weldon, how are we doing, my friend? Speaking of Eurovision,
Hey,
there's a cracking bet this year. We like cracking bets.
We love cracking bets. How are we doing, Chompy? All things are good. What year is it? 2025 this year. The most unbelievable bet was last year. The most ridiculous bet ever.
Sweden.
Yeah.
For ABBA.
Yeah. If you'd have realised it, you'd have made a fortune.
Well, knowing me, knowing you, we still wouldn't have. We still wouldn't have got it up, Tower. They wouldn't have won.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah.
I see all days commentating the keyword in caps. Is it a requirement? No, it's not a requirement. It doesn't matter as long as you type in at Tamil Shanta. But it's been done now, so.
King Jack for Dale opens to 600. Bernie in the small here, couple of sixes. Goes for the free bet here. Happy to get it in versus Dale at this stack depth with a pair. Does get it through. Dale out the way with King Jack off.
So then, Chompy, you've got us wondering what's the cracking bet this year. Oh, we know it's all fixed, Apocalypse. It's been fixed forever. All of it. But they've just turned it into an absolute fun fest. So we were talking about whiskies.
Yep.
And talking about just general things. I get a notification on my phone from Amazon.
Yep.
I don't know how, but they think that the Glenlivet 1824 single malt Scotch whisky should be put into my basket. The Glenlivet Founders Reserve Single Malt Scotch Whisky with a gift box has suddenly appeared on my phone in my notifications from Amazon. How?
They're listening. They are listening, and Have a Light loves that flop. Flops a flush, over 100 to 1 shot. King 5 deuce mono. And Catalin still could continue. Black 8's here for sure, just flushing out a bare diamond hand for small. Like a little 400 quarter pot thereabouts, potentially what I would have gone for. But it is a well-timed check back. We've got Have a Light sat here with a flop flush. And is he going to try and spring the check raise here on the turn, or just come out leading for some value? And looks like the latter. Goes for 700, around 40%. No diamond in hand for Catalin with the pocket 8s. Out of the way.
Dire Strength says, can winners from other days win again today? Yes. You just can't win on the same day. It refreshes, so you can win on different days, not the same day.
The bet is France, Tapis, 11 to 2 in the places, 5 to 1.
Nice one. Cheers, Graham. $20 minutes to go until the end of the session.
It doesn't sound like it is, does it, Richie Burner? People never believe me when I say it's less than 1% to flop a flush. It's hard to do. You see it a lot, so you don't actually think it's over 100 to 1 shot. With two suited cards, just over 100 to 1. Doesn't happen very often. Nice looking hand here for Have a Light in the small blind. Big old meaty
Ladies
5x.
remaining in the main event, please start retaking your seats. You have 3 minutes remaining on your break.
Connor not going anywhere. Does flop best on the Queen 6-5, 2 spades. Third pot continued from Heatherlight. Connor with the Queen Jack. Just cool with position. 4 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, sorry, on the turn. Not the best card for Heatherlight to be continue barreling on. Like, we don't raise the 7-8 or like 6-5 suited, 5-4 suited, like the suited stuff better to complete call at the stack depth. Just going to be a slightly better card for Connor in terms of range, blind on blind. Still significantly wide ranges, but I feel like the Ace-King does just want to check it over to his opponent. 3 clubs on the river. And would love to see a value bet from Connor here when check 2 tower. I know it's hard because it's 4 to a straight both ways, but once turn goes check check, if Heatherlight has 7x or deuce x, he's just going to be leading river. Even with his 2 pair plus, he's going to be leading river, I think. And it's hard for him to have 2 pair when he raises pre. I think even Queen Jack there, blind on blind, gets the value bet after turn goes check check. But Connor maybe not wanting to be sprung by the check raise. So checking it back.
This is the final call for all players remaining in the main event. You have 1 minute remaining on your break. Dealers, if you have 3 or more players at your table, please prepare your decks now.
15 minutes to go until the end of the session. Working on a 30-minute delay today, if anybody wants to know. For the rest of the week, it is a 30-minute delay.
Nicholas with the ace-9. Going to open from +2. Bernie ace-10 of clubs here. Can go either way. At 100 effective. Could definitely go for free bet. Could go for call. Odds.
For the call. You have a new blind level. 200, 300, 300 big blind ante. Dealers, please begin to deal.
King 9 of hearts here for Connor. Wow, doesn't even peel it. Facing a 2 big blind open. I thought there could be a potential squeeze opportunity, but just goes with fold instead. Now Dale, with the king deuce off, is going to defend, go full way to the flop.
Here we go. Dale trying to hang on. Jack 8-4 flop. Bottom set for Steve in C number 5. Dream flop for him. But is he going to get any action? So Dale on 20 bigs in 5.8. Dream flop, just never got paid.
Ace King for Catalin opens to 700. Connor calls on the button with the King Jack. Dale Ace 4 of spades here. Against Catalin, probably wouldn't take it. Like if this was Bernie opening, might take this for just shy of 20 as a squeeze jam, but Catalin's been fairly snug. Obviously, Dale doesn't have the benefit of seeing all the whole cards throughout the session like I do, so maybe not seeing that Catalin has just been playing very honest poker, but still takes the Ace-4 suited nonetheless, and going to be running right into it here. So, can we find a 4 awesome spades? Not looking good on the